It's Week 18 of the NFL, and this one features the Steamers' sure-handed tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Steamers and the Blues, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team.
Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked by the rookie out of Penn State. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick-6 and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
The extra point, up and good. And the Steamers are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Blues offense ready for this next possession. They are obviously still smarting from that pick-6 a moment ago. Quick 7-0 hole. Try to start digging out now with 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick-6. This one complete right side. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down. He'll drop to throw. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, and they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
So you spend all week, Mike, working on what they call the opening script. It's the plays that you love the most and you want to get called early. The problem? None of those plays account for being called inside your own 5-yard line. But that's exactly where they find themselves after that sack, and that's a disastrous start.
The Blues offense ready to get back to work. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. And he's got this one complete to Watkins. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch. That
pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. There's Jefferson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still 3rd down.
Penalty yardage moves them closer for this 3rd down attempt. It is 3rd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's complete to Watkins. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got it at the 3. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh! And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Going left side down the field, and it's complete. That one good for 29.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Steamers go out to a 10-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Blues offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quickly to the outside and complete.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They face 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this close to a 1st down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the 1st down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And they're going to get the conversion here. Good run to the 44, and that's a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. They'll look to set up the screen here. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and
he puts it up, and it's caught. Touchdown, Blues. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
Oftentimes, you can tell the decision about whether or not a team is going to go for it on 4th down based on what they do on 3rd down, and I think they knew they had an extra down in their back pocket. Try on 3rd and goal to go through the air, and even if you fail, you still got one more shot at it, and it results in a touchdown.
The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Blues will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steamers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. He comes into this final weekend as the NFL's leader in passing yards as he looks to finish the season strong. Right away, they'll set up to throw. under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Third and long.
It's now third down and long.
And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
The Blues offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. His drive will start on the ground. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Watkins motioning over. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play. Second down and 8. He'll get this out wide. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. They'll try again. It's second and 10. Back to the air one more time. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Reed is the motion man here. They'll look to throw again. This one is caught by Reed.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one into the hands of Jefferson. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. He pulls it in around the 5. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. They'll look to throw. That that is caught side of the end zone. Touchdown, Blues. So that's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. And that is number 2, Greg. He is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steamers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently second in the NFL at this point in the season. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They send a receiver in motion left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Back to throw. That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steamers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we take a look at league leaders in receiving touchdowns by the running backs, he's right up there among the best in the league. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get 12 yards on that pass, and that will be a 1st down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. What can they do here on third down and 7? Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. They'll throw out of the gun. The throw on the run is complete.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Looking to convert for the third time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. But I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down. Now, faking the give. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steamer.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Steamers will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll find the open man. That's Watkins. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Now a give on the ground. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Steamers lining up in punt formation. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Watkins motioning over. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 7. 1st down.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Watkins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And The game really rests in the hands of your quarterback, and he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Automatic first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Jefferson. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. In motion, the tight end, Jefferson. They'll look to throw yet again. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us. We'll know the brackets and the seedings for the postseason end of the night. 2nd and 7. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction, defense. Still 2nd down.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. And that'll give them a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. He'll drop to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. There's that man again. Another catch. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
First down throw there is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Big play coming up. This is third down. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to tie things up here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll drop to throw. That ball intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
And just what a turn of events, Mike. You have the ball. You're thinking all we need to do is milk the clock, get into field goal range, and win this thing in regulation. But now after that turnover, you find yourself now back trailing, and I'm not sure there's enough time for them to come back.
Extra point attempt to come here. He gets it to go, and the Steamers will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
And here we go, 4th and inches. pressure. Once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Not much happening there. Tackled at the 17. Receiver in motion, headed left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They finish off the regular season in grand style. They are division champions. We'll get a home game next weekend in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.